This video is a long time coming out. Get it? I felt like pink was a little bit more me than Diana Ross, but you know, kudos to the OG. I'm gonna put my little flag over here, I guess. Painted over a American flag for Memorial Day, but I'm not looking at that as disrespectful. I'm looking at that as reduce, reuse, recycle. Well, welcome to my coming out video. It's kind of crazy that this is finally here, especially because this was a topic that I tried to keep off the internet as much as I possibly could, which I am proud of myself because I think it shows that I've come a long way. I decided to try to find my most gay outfit that I could possibly put together. So this is where we ended up. I am pansexual, and it's so exciting to finally have that out there, you know? For those of you who don't know what pansexuality is, it pretty much means that I am attracted to anyone despite gender. It doesn't really necessarily play a role for me. I'm more attracted to personality and just like their energy than I am particularly because of what they were born with or how they present gender-wise. I personally like pansexuality as a term more than bisexuality because bisexuality is the bi pretense means two, as in male and female, and one, I feel like it's kind of an outdated term because with the social awareness of gender presentation and how fluid it is, I think it's kind of unfair to put that bisexuality is the forefront of sexuality. Pansexuality, it's we love everyone. We're very open to all ideas and everything. I just didn't feel comfortable identifying as bisexual, so I found a term that I identified with. And if you identify with bisexual, you know, good for you. Congratulations, I'm glad to have you here. We're practically similar. We're practically the same. It's just, you know, loving who you want to love. Again, like I said, this is so crazy for me to actually be filming because I'm very open on the internet. I don't hide a lot of things or a lot of thoughts, and yet for a very long time, my sexuality was something that I would not comment on. I didn't want to talk about it because I didn't want people to think about it, and I didn't think it was people's right to assume who I was attracted to or who I liked. I also didn't know myself for a very long time. I mean, I did. I've known that I was also attracted to women since middle school probably. I had my first crush on a girl, but I wasn't anywhere close to admitting that to myself and then also admitting that to other people. So I kind of, dealt with it myself, and I'm finally have come to terms with it. I think the world has come to terms with it, and I'm not afraid to fully express myself. It's also a funny topic because I've never dated, I've never been in a relationship, so it's it doesn't really matter who I'm attracted to because clearly I'm not attracted to anyone I've ever met, or else I would have dated someone by now, right? So this video is more for hey ladies, don't be afraid to hit my DMs. I mean, fellas too, but for some reason, the ones that I'm attracted to never seem to reciprocate. So, and I've come to terms with I'm just not forcing love anymore, but also I'm open to loving anyone, and I want people to know that because I want more people to be able to embrace that, and I also want people to feel encouraged that if they think that they could, then they should express themselves and allow themselves to be 100% truly who they are and love how they want to love, who they want to love, when they want to love them. Or anything like me or how I questioned things for a very long time. I think I had my first ever crush on a friend of mine in middle school. Like I said, what does a crush on a girl even mean? I'm still not exactly sure. It's hard because being a female and also being attracted to them is there's this line where you don't want to cross it because you're in fear of losing them as a friend, also making things weird. You don't know how they are, so you just keep things to yourself, and then I think that leaves a lot of what ifs, especially as more and more women feel comfortable or find themselves being attracted to women. They are just so afraid of admitting it to one themselves but also each other that they let things turn into what ifs. And one, I consciously choose to live my life without what ifs. It's a term that I have chosen to live by for a really long time. And so if I'm able to promote people not choosing to stay with those what ifs and actually pursuing things that they think could work, I want to encourage it, because the more love in the world, the better, and you never really know what anyone else is thinking around you. It's scary, but sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not, and we have to be careful because it is still a scary world where people are judgmental, but especially in this day and age with people our age, I don't see the fear in trying to love a little bit more. Now, I come from a very privileged position of America. I'm very lucky to be here where I'm not persecuted for my sexuality in 2021. And I'm very, privileged to be born in this day and age where it is becoming more accepting. But I also acknowledge the history of Pride, and I'm very proud of the heritage of the LGBTQ plus community. And I hope that with more people figuring out their sexuality, they'll be able to also really embrace and, acknowledge the history that we have in order to love the way that we do. And I'm very grateful for it. I'm very grateful for the people who fought for me to be here, and I, because of them, will continue to fight for those rights. Here's the second section of this video, and it is girls, guys, and non-binaries. If you're questioning and you're thinking, maybe I could possibly be something, I have some tips and tricks of some things that I thought or went along with during my journey of accepting myself. Now, they're mine, so they might not, resonate with you, but these are just a few. If you've taken an online quiz / read the online forum, if you have wondered if you could pull the few out gay people in your high school, if you've ever wanted to see a woman naked, if you find yourself around other gay people, if you're a super proud ally and you always have been, you, I hate to break it to you, might be gay in some way, shape, or form. I distinctly remember sitting in a class in high school, and there was one girl who was openly a lesbian, and I would just kind of look at her and be like, could I fuck you? And one, I think that thought, even in being in my head, you have to realize that straight people don't think that way. And also, would you enjoy it? Straight people also don't think that way. So those are clear indicators that, maybe you should try it out. See how it is. See if you like it. See if it's for you. And if it's not, that's okay, because again, sexuality is fluid. You can be more gay today than you are tomorrow, or go through a period of time where you're only attracted to women, and then a period of time when you're only attracted to men, but still identify as whatever you identify with, because again, your sexuality is completely your own. For a really, really, really long time, way too long, I was super afraid of what people would think about me, what people would say, how people's perceptions of me would change once they knew that I wasn't straight. And I still feel that way. I'm still a little nervous to release this, but I also realize that there are so many people out there that can't come out because of their family or the situations that they're in, or won't come out because they hate themselves for loving people that they can't control. And I'm here to tell you that it is 100% okay to be who you are, to accept yourself fully for who you are. You don't have to try to change yourself to fit into society's standards or the standards of the people around you. I think I learned that lesson by moving out of my community and moving into a huge fucking city like New York City, where most of the people my age were exploring their sexuality or very clear on their sexuality, and the other people around me were just accepting. And there's a large population of gay, questioning, or bi people that you can turn to or have open conversations with about sex, about attraction, and you see, you know what, people do think the same way as me. Just because I wasn't attracted to the guys that my friends set me up with doesn't mean something's wrong with me, because there's people that went through those same exact things. And, that opening community really made me feel so secure in myself that I am able to make this video and talk about these things and express myself the way that I do. And I want to be that for you guys. If you aren't in a place where you don't have these things around you, or you don't feel like you have that support around you, know that this channel and me as a person, as your friend, is someone who will fully support you 100% for who you love, for who you want to be, for how you identify, whether that is gender-wise, whether that is sexuality-wise, whether that is a lot of things. I'm here for you because I just want to see you flourish as the best version of yourself there is. If there's a big thing that I need you to take away from this, it is love who you want and exactly how you want to love them. It is your life. You should live it loud, live it proud, and just be yourself. That's the only thing that I want you to really know, is the world is better when you are living it authentically. Again, like I said, I've never been in a relationship, so I'm not here to give you relationship advice, but I am here to tell you that the journey to self-love is a long, hard road, but being able to be secure in yourself and your understanding of yourself and loving yourself for who you truly are is just so fucking rewarding, and I truly hope that more people are able to experience it. So again, seriously ladies, feel free to hit my line. I'm down with it all. Fellas, of course you're not out of the picture, but you've had your chance.